All right, so player one, we got Mox Rocks, we got Larry, we got Kristen, and we got Dan. Larry coming out strong, coming out in the lead. Let's see here. He gets a single green shell. Nice to use those for defense, I think. You can always just hold it behind you and just make sure you don't get hit by quite a few power-ups. All right, Dan taking the lead here. Everybody's pretty tight here. Really close to each other. Nobody looking dominant this match like Edgar was last round. So maybe we'll see some like a larger score spread, you know? Larry taking first again. Dan's got a whole mess of bananas, just lost them due to a green shell. Stray green shells taking out your power-ups, real unfortunate. There's a blue shell coming to take out Larry. Oh, ripperonis. Oh, another red shell from Dan snipes Larry, and Dan takes first. But Larry fires off one of his own. I believe that it knocked out one of Dan's shells. So now he's got one red shell left. Oh, he hits a bomb. I think Larry might pass him up. Actually, everybody passed him up. He shoots off that single red shell. Oh, man, he hit a stray green shell. He dropped from first to fourth. That just goes to show how volatile Mario Kart really is. Anybody can lose their place at any time. Dan looking like he's trying to claw his way back through the placings. Everybody's still looking neck and neck. Larry out in front with a single banana. Mox Rocks not far behind him with two red shells. Oh, he loses one of those red shells. And now that Dan has two bananas, oh, yeah, those red shells aren't really going to do him much good. Dan just firing off the boost. Got the rapid boost going on. All right, so that red shell is going to hit Larry's banana. Larry just keeping his guard up, you know? Oh, the green shell misses Dan. Is the red shell going to get him? No, must have hit something. So Dan able to pull off a pretty slick move there, coming in first. Larry's still right behind him. Oh, blue shell coming in though. Oh, nothing you can do about a blue shell. Right, and Mox Rocks got lightning. This might put him in first. He's really close to everybody else. Brings him really close to first and second place. Kristen not far behind. Still just one good power up from taking first, frankly. Everybody's on their final lap, coming into their home stretch here. Oh, Kristen gets lightning. She's going to get another power up. What's she going to get? Oh, another lightning. Oh, wow. Oh, that was some nice banana placement. It was really hard to avoid those. All right, Kristen going to get one more power up. What's she going to get? The boost. Not going to be enough to bring her back from fourth, but pretty close match there. All All right, so Sherbet Land next. That's what we got coming up. Gonna be slipping and sliding around on the ice. All right, Larry coming out with an early lead here. But he needs to look out for those penguins. Oh, Moxrox loses all of his bananas, loses his lead. Looks like Larry might lose his lead too. First, second, and third right on top of each other. Kristen bringing up the rear, but not far behind. She's primed to get some really good power-ups, so we'll see what she ends up with. Dan gets a lightning bolt, and he is puts him in first. Everybody was just really close there to each other, so any power-up really would have changed the placings. Right, now we have a little bit more of a spread. Dan in first, pretty convincingly. This is definitely the furthest that these players have been from each other since the start of this cup. Dan ends up in the water. That's going to cost him a lot. I think Moxrox is going to pass him up. Larry might pass him up. If not, he's right behind him. That's a red shell. Oh, Dan is in trouble. Oh, 2 red shells unloaded on Dan right after he had just ran into the wall. That puts him in third place. Larry looking primed to take first here. Got the star. All right, let's see how far ahead he can get with this star. Pretty far, but ends up running into a banana, so he's not going to run off too far with it. Kristen ended up in the water. That's going to put her back even further, but there's some really good power-ups in this game. She's going to end up with some good ones, I'm sure. She's getting rid of those red shells. Oh, she barely missed the blocks. All right, Larry coming in first, and Moxrox not too far behind him. Dan will finish up really soon as well. All right, good stuff, guys. So Dan coming out strong here in first. Loses that lead very quickly, though. Kristen in first for the first time of this cup. She's going to get really far ahead, too, because of that star. When you have the star, it negates everything that slows you down, so you can just drive wherever you want at top speed. Everybody's just really close here, neck and neck. Looked like Moxrox hit a banana or something. That put him the furthest behind anyone else, but really, he's still in this game. Kristen putting out a nice trail of bananas there. Oh, but she just slid off the bank there. Ended up in the grass. That puts her in third. So she drops from first to third. Moxrox about to pass her up. Oh, looks like he hit her with like a point-blank shell there or something. All right, so what's Kristen going to do with this star here? Definitely going to give her a speed boost. Ooh, good thing she didn't fall off into the water. That's the worst thing that can happen to you while you have a star, is to, end up in the water, because that's one of the only things that the star won't protect you from, is going off the track. All right, Dan, pretty far in the lead here. Looks like Mox Rocks is stealing something. He got a ghost power up, so Boost stole, looked like some mushrooms for him. He's able to use that boost to catch him up a little bit to Dan. Dan's still looking really good. He's on his final lap now. Dan playing real smart, using his bananas as defense. If somebody gets a blue shell, you know, bananas aren't going to do anything, but just about any other power-up, it will block it. Well, not lightning. I was just about to say that. Larry pulling up the rear, but he managed to get the lightning there, so actually puts him in second place. But this one's looking like Dan's. It's possible that he could make a mistake here. Could get hit with strong power up. But he's still playing smart, keeping stuff for defense. Oh, runs into a bomb. This could be the beginning of the end of that lead. All right, so Dan taking first there, Larry coming in a close second, Mox Rock's about to finish up, and Kristen coming in fourth. So all right, so we're finishing off with Bowser's Castle here. Dan with a nice boost at the beginning. Some clean drifting around that corner. Oh, gets trapped a little bit by the Womps, but manages to squeeze by without losing too much of that lead. Mox Rocks was right there behind him, but must have gotten hit by a Womp in that room or something. Dan running into a bush. So Mox Rocks coming in behind him again. Oh, into the lava. That's going to put him in probably third, maybe fourth. Solidly in third there. Still anybody's game, so Dan could definitely make a comeback. But Mox Rocks leading the pack here. He's got 2 red shells left and another green shell, so that's just a lot of defense for him. Oh, runs into a Thwomp head on, though. Unfortunate. Narrowly misses a bomb. Kristen is pretty far back from the pack this time. Dan trying to pull the move to second. He does. Mox Rocks not too far ahead of him. He could get sniped by a green shell here. Oh! And so both players get hit by shells. That cancels out for them. They both end up in the lava. And that's just enough for Larry to capitalize on that and end up in first. All right, everybody's starting up their third lap here. Final lap for Larry, Mox Rocks, and Dan. Mox Rocks and Dan battling back and forth for second and third. Dan runs into the Womp. Mox Rocks getting held up too. Larry's just starting to run away with it a little bit. Oh, almost ran into the lava there. Almost ran off the bridge there, Larry did. Misses the bomb. Looks like he has lapped Kristen. Dan running into a bush there. Yeah, this is looking like Larry's race. Mox Rocks not too far behind, probably going to come in second. And Dan not far behind that as well. All right, so that concludes round 2. All right, so Dan and Larry are advancing to the next round. All right, guys, this is TSN Qualia. We're setting up the next round for Mario Kart 64 here. This may actually be the final round. I'm not sure. Hey, BG. BG, is this the last cup? Is this the last cup? I was just wondering. Okay.
Select your player.
Okay, who's player 1? What's your name? Michael? All right.
Select your player.
Okay, who's player 2? Nobody?
Player 2 is Blake.
Okay, Blake is player 2. All right, player 3. Fernando? All right. And player 4? Ben. All right, got it.
Let's go.